Hello Gemini Nation, welcome to your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. I hope all is genuinely well. This may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Gemini in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart, or if you happen to be cross-watching for a Gemini. You might find some information in this reading that may resonate. There are a few things, Gemini, that I would like you to bookmark in the back of your mind while listening to this reading. Understand, Gemini, that not every single detail is going to be a precise match to what's going on in your situation. It's going to be important to listen for what resonates, and there might be a few details that maybe are necessary to disregard. Please avoid making any rash decisions based on what you hear from a general reading. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, I do offer personal readings, and you can book your session at AngelicAscensionsTarot.com. Lastly, Gemini, we're always going to go over delicate topics. Keep that in the back of your mind, Gemini, and let's dive into this. Let's see what's playing out for you, Gemini, over the next 7 days. It's a fire sign in your energy. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Oh, there's a reunion that might be taking place, Gemini. Some of you could possibly be reuniting with a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. It's a lot that came out. Maybe you're catching up on some sleep, Gemini. Looks like somebody's upset with you, or you're upset with someone. You could possibly be taking, maybe you need to distance yourself from someone. You're obviously dealing with an Aquarius. Seems like you're maybe in the dark about some things. Mentally, it looks as though you feel stuck. This is possibly due to the fact that maybe you received some, maybe not the greatest news about something that might be going on. You got also someone that's coming into your energy, Gemini. It also looks like you might be defending yourself. I see some financial issues. And I see someone who's in your energy who is a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. For some of you, this could be a family member that we could be talking about. We could also be talking about, what am I trying to say? Yeah, a family member. Or perhaps this is someone that you, that is close to you, like family, if they're not an actual family member. Some of you, it seems like social media could be very relevant to something that you're going through. Some of you could be communicating with someone online. Perhaps this could be something that you do professionally, or maybe this is just something you're doing in your free time. Looks like you've got some significant change that's coming in for you. There's some good ideas that I think might be kind of coming into your thoughts. And you might decide to explore these ideas and look into them a little bit deeper. Since you're on social media, some of you could be changing your profile page, maybe. Because it looks like maybe you're concerned about how other people see you. I don't know. I think maybe you're spending a ton of time online, Gemini. Some of you, like I said, maybe you work online. You could possibly be focused on gaining new followers. Let's see what's going on. Looks like you're definitely gaining more followers. You talking to someone? Okay, I think you are talking to somebody. You're talking to someone. You could potentially be talking to someone. Someone's reaching out to you. Wow. It's somebody. This is why you're upset with somebody, Gemini. And keep in mind, Gemini or cross-watcher, this doesn't have to be happening with you directly. Some of you, this is something that you might be observing. You might be overhearing it. since we're talking about social media, something could possibly be going down on social media. It seems like maybe you're having a back and forth with somebody on social media. Somebody is furious. Somebody is crashing out. And it seems like maybe right now you're kind of shutting down. Some of you, this is happening in someone's relationship. It seems that there might be some sort of temptation. What's really going on? Why is somebody talking to you? Gemini is going to sit back and let somebody talk to them crazy like this. No, Gemini. Oh. Yeah, you're dealing with an Aquarius. So whoever this is that's watching you, it seems like somebody's watching you with a lot of envy. Yeah, somebody is draining you. Okay, I think I see what's going on. You're having a misunderstanding with someone, it looks like. You're going back and forth. This feels like this has something, somebody's pride is completely ignited. You might be viewing somebody as manipulative. Maybe you kind of view them as being a bit selfish. And I think that the issue is, like, whomever this is that you're talking to, Gemini, I think that somebody might be into you or you might be into them, but I just don't think this person may not want a serious relationship right now. And so it looks like maybe you're looking for that, and it seems that maybe they came into a situation giving off the optic that that's what they want, and now it seems like somebody is backpedaling when it comes to that situation. And something has you feeling frustrated. And this is possibly why you need some space from someone. Because you sense that something is up, but you already know that they're not going to tell you what's really going on. So what is it that's going on? Somebody is manipulating you into believing something. Okay, so someone wants to tell you so many things. For some of you, this could be a child that might want to tell you so many things about maybe what might be going on. It seems like somebody is shutting down. They might want to tell you so. Maybe this is you. Maybe you want to tell them about themselves. Or somebody might be telling you something, so many things, possibly when they're venting or when they're in the midst of an outburst of anger. Spirit, what's going on with Gemini? Okay, so basically it looks like somebody's losing their temper. You possibly might be going back and forth with them. They might be saying something to you that you feel is very hurtful to you. So it seems like you're kind of shutting down, kind of going kind of quiet. So there's a Leo that's involved. Yes, it's clear. You feel like somebody is selfish. They're only looking out for their own needs. And it seems like maybe this is causing you to become very obsessive. You're obsessing over something to the point that it's draining you. So you might decide that you want to put up a boundary. The issue here is that someone is trying to disguise something from you. And as I mentioned to you, somebody might be kind of trying to disguise the fact that they don't want a relationship, so they give you this pseudo relationship, this fake relationship, this little bits and pieces of a relationship, but not really committing. Some of you, this person might be reaching out this week. Or you could possibly be reaching out to someone, especially if somebody ghosted you. Gemini or cross-watcher, someone could possibly be ghosting you in the middle of a conversation, and all of a sudden they're reaching out. Yeah, maybe you might be inclined to give somebody the benefit of the doubt with this situation. No, spirit guides are telling you there's signs and clues in this situation. You're trying to figure some things out. There's some things that maybe you kind of sense about the situation, but maybe you feel like you don't know for sure. Because maybe you're not talking to this person, or like I said, maybe they're not telling you all of the details that might be going on. It seems like you want to know, though. And here is Aquarius, and you got Leo that just shows up to your reading. Yeah, this must have been something that happened already. I think that this argument and this back and forth may have gotten kind of intense. And I think for some of you, this is due to a romantic relationship. I think your romantic relationship may have hit some hard times. For some of you, this information doesn't sound recognizable because you're not involved in this, but you might be a part of a third-party situation, and this could be their story. Seems like somebody might feel that the person that they're connected to, that they're not sexually compatible with them. Yeah. So like I said, this could be something that could be going on online. I mentioned to you, you could possibly have an online presence. It seems like maybe you have a lot of influence. Some of you could possibly be beauty influencers, beauty vloggers on social media, where somebody feels that this is where there is envy. Somebody might envy your looks, Gemini. And if it doesn't have anything to do with your looks, then it just has something to do with, like I said, your presence, your influence. And we're going to look at that a little bit deeper. Someone could possibly be a part of the military, or they could be a veteran. You definitely have an enemy. This week, it seems like discipline. You might be taking a disciplined approach to something, and it seems like it would take you a long way with something that you're aiming for. I'm trying to see what's going on with this relationship, because it looks like inner truth. Your spirit guides are already telling you, you already know the truth about this. You know the truth about something that's going on. Yes, you are dealing with an Aquarius. Your spirit guides say trust your gut feeling. Trust your gut feeling, because they're telling me that basically they're saying you already know. Whatever this is that you have your doubts about, you feel like this is somebody that maybe isn't telling you all parts of the story. It seems like deep down inside you already know what the truth is. You already know what someone is trying to disguise, or what is disguised in this situation. And it seems like what you want, it looks like, is to get down to the heart of the matter. You want to address the elephant in the room. You're like, what is really the issue? That maybe this is what somebody wants to tell you. They want to tell you so many things. Maybe what someone may want to tell you is that they're ready to go. They're ready to leave this situation. Maybe somebody drinks. Maybe somebody sips wine. Possibly. So this week, it seems like you got to be dealing with a Virgo. There's some sort of change that's coming up, where this is spirit guides encouraging you to make a change when it comes to a particular situation that you're concerned about. So whatever this is that your gut feeling is telling you, Gemini or cross-watcher, it feels like something is just hurting you deeply. Something is leaving a hole in your soul. This seems like this has something to do with a repeated lesson. And I think that you're trying to break free from whatever this happens to be. It seems like maybe you have some fears connected to letting go of something. Fear is an illusion. You are safe. Set strong boundaries. It does feel like there's a boundary that you're setting. You might be telling someone no, Gemini or crosswatch. What's the issue? You're taking an issue with somebody's level of consistency. It's like the inconsistencies possibly in someone's story. It doesn't add up. And you're like, It's the consistency in someone's presence in your life, or in the life of maybe children or somebody that's around you. Okay. Well, it looks like somebody's coming back. Because it does look like you're concerned about your home. Somebody could possibly be returning to your home. Or maybe you could possibly be going back someplace. You could be going to your hometown. Someone could possibly be coming to visit. This is somebody that's in and out of your life. So maybe somebody leaves, or somebody left more than once and they're coming back. This also feels like somebody could be traveling. Like I said, you could possibly be going to your hometown. Oh, it is time to go. So if you were questioning whether or not you should take that trip, it looks like Spirit is saying yes. It looks like you might be traveling soon. And this might be some good, there might be some good that comes out of this. Maybe you're not sure what direction to go when it comes to something in particular. You are influenced twice. Then maybe somebody is possibly under the influence. We did talk about alcohol, drugs. We're talking now about patterns. Again, we're talking about somebody that's in and out of your life. Something is a repeating thing in your life. And we talked about that. There's a lesson attached to this because Spirit is saying, how teachable are you? How it seems like you've repeated a cycle several times in your life, and now it seems like maybe you're ready to get out of this. Yes, we talked about it. We pulled this card that said, I want to tell you so many things. And so possibly there might be a possibility that someone might open up and tell you, and maybe they want you to listen. Maybe you might be a listening ear for someone, because it definitely seems as though someone is going through something. It seems like it's undeniable, like it's written all over someone's face that they're feeling some sort of way about whatever happened. Or this is somebody saying something to you, and it looks like it puts you, like I said, it causes you to crash out. It sends you in this spiral. So yes, somebody is disguising something from you this week. Your gut feeling will lead you to the truth. I mentioned to you someone is coming back. Maybe somebody left, and maybe when they did, it had you wondering, what did they really genuinely want? Why does this person continue to just be a revolving door in your life? It seems like you're questioning a lot of different things. Spirit guide, show me what's going on with the Gemini nation. You might be concerned about the education of a child, or your own education as it pertains to something that's going on in your situation. Some of you could be teachers. You might work with the education system. Some of you might, what am I trying to say? You could be going back to school. It sounds like there's a lot of politics at your job. Some of you, especially if you work in education, even if you don't. It seems like that's like wherever it is that you work, there's just a lot of games that are being played. And maybe you kind of feel like the underdog in the industry that you work in. Gemini or cross watcher. I don't know. It just seems like your morale is down. And I think it has something to do with the fact that your money isn't where you'd like it to be. With a particular financial goal, it just seems like you've been going through it. You've been trying to push through something, possibly for the longest, and it looks as though you're looking for a way out. But it seems like when you're looking for a way out, you're looking at the fact that there's a whole bunch of greed in your situation. This might have something to do with the place that you live. Gemini or cross watcher, your living situation. Maybe where you're living just costs an extreme amount of money. And it seems like maybe this is something that you're struggling with. Is to get something paid, or to be able to make ends meet, so that things are just not so heavy on you right about now. It looks like you might be having conflict with maybe someone that's in your community. Some of you could possibly be having conflict with maybe your landlord. Okay, it looks like it's a greed situation. And maybe you feel taken advantage of. It's your financial situation. So maybe you're having a hard time like keeping up and affording your place to live around this period of time. So it looks like maybe you're feeling a little bit disappointed. You might want to take care of your health, Gemini or cross-watcher. It seems like there might be an infection somewhere in your body. It seems like you're really thinking ahead. You're thinking about the holidays. Someone around you could have had a recent hospital visit, or someone could possibly be in the hospital. Just seems like there's a lot that you have on your mind right now. You're thinking about some unfinished tasks that maybe you might have to kind of figure out this week, and maybe you're concerned about getting these things completed. Maybe there's a particular deadline. Again, there's a lot that's going on in your life this week. It seems like maybe you're biting your nails. Maybe that's a habit of yours. Maybe you're doing something to kind of cope with this, like you're doing some impulse shopping. Maybe you're stress eating. You're starving yourself. There's some sort of habit that I think that you're trying to break out of. Seems like your emotions are all over the place too this week, Gemini. Seems like you might be trying to find a way to stay calm so that you can stay on target. Because I mentioned to you this online thing. It seems like you might be trying to divert your attention from everything that's going on. And maybe you're kind of turning to social media. You're turning to devices, people. Seems like there's a lot of distractions this week, Gemini and cross watchers. So it seems like one of the biggest tasks that you might have is to stay on target when it comes to something that you're working on this week. It looks like you might be celebrating the birthday of someone, Gemini. Someone could possibly be a Leo in your situation. Virgo is also enjoying a birthday. Virgo season is also upon us this month. You could even be talking about a Libra. Okay. You do dabble in magic, it looks like. You possibly dabble in magic. What are you doing here though? It looks like you're trying to change your circumstances, especially maybe a financial situation, because this seems like there's definitely a cash flow situation here where you're constantly trying to play catch up here. So it just seems like you're trying to catch a break. Unless this whole magic situation here could have something to do with this person in the background that's envious of you. It looks like somebody could possibly be trying to prevent something from happening for you and hinder something in your life is what this looks like. Spirit guys, show me more about this. What's going on? You're obviously silent from someone. Yes, you're fighting with someone. Either you're fighting with someone or somebody is fighting with you. You're possibly fighting over the past. Because it seems like you might have a difficult time getting over the past when it comes to someone. You might be having so much conflict, in fact, with someone that you might be just kind of keeping your distance and kind of going silent. And that's what I mean by somebody kind of going ghost right now. Turtles could possibly be relevant in your situation. Maybe you're looking at somebody's maturity level and maybe you're questioning whether or not somebody is mature enough to maybe handle you. Yeah, come on. You got to be somebody that's very spiritual, Gemini, or you possibly are connected to someone who is. It seems like you're turning to your angels. You're turning to deities, your ancestors. You could possibly be setting up an ancestor altar. There might be a possibility, Gemini, that maybe you're taking a spiritual cleanse to cleanse this negativity, off of you. If this is not you going through like you're not having a conflict, like a beef with somebody going back and forth, then this feels like this is something that's happening spiritually for you. You're going through some sort of spiritual battle. And this might be something that has you feeling a little bit frustrated. This might be something that has you kind of second guessing yourself. Maybe even your own work, your own spiritual work. But there's no doubt that there's some sort of like situation that you're trying to sort out for you, because it seems like your money is on a decrease. And like I said, it seems like you're trying to figure this out. Figure a way out of your situation. Spirit guides, how does this go? Yeah, I think some of you might be concerned about moving. Maybe you've moved around a lot this year, and maybe you're ready to put a stop to it. You're looking for someplace to be long term. Spirit guides, what's going on with the Gemini nation and their moving situation? Whatever this magic situation is. Spirit guides are telling you, Gemini or cross watcher, whatever is going on for you financially, your guides are telling you that you're going to be provided for. It says you are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So it seems that Gemini or cross watcher, your basic needs, at least those are going to be met. Something this week is going to require you to take a leap of faith, Gemini. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. And this is what we were talking about with you getting these good ideas, these beneficial and profitable ideas. It seems like if you're able to implement these ideas, Gemini or cross watcher, that's where there's a breakthrough. For a lot of you, this breakthrough comes through due to this magic that you've been doing. You've called out to your ancestors and your guides. There's a breakthrough that's coming through this week, or within the next 7 days. But at the same time, it feels like there's something that you might need to do. There's a directive that your spirit guides are giving you in this situation. Something is going to require you to have faith in this situation where things feel a bit uncertain. I think that some of you from the Gemini nation, yeah, you're coming out of this difficult time. It seems like it's this lack of mentality the spirit is trying to take you out of. It seems like that's something that might be keeping you broke, is this lack mentality. This seems like this is going to be a very emotional week for you. It also feels like there is a Libra that's in your energy. Gemini. Something's going to have you feeling a little bit nervous, a little bit frustrated. Yes, a little bit worried. Reason being is because your spirit guides are saying nothing yet is set in stone. Mutable moon. Mutable Virgo. There's a new moon in Virgo coming up. And maybe sometime approaching the new moon, which is right about now, is going to be very significant. Honor the cycles of your body. Energy levels and emotions, cycles and rhythms. Something is definitely going on with the moon cycles. You might be doing something with the moon. Maybe you work with the moon, with the moon's energy. You possibly could be doing moon magic. Yes, whatever this is, this breakthrough that you're looking for, your guides are saying a win-win outcome is forecast. There's definitely a breakthrough coming in your situation, especially if we're talking about something legal. If it's not a legal situation, this is definitely some sort of spiritual battle. If you are going to court, or maybe this is not just court, maybe this is with your schooling, your education. It seems like something is going to require you to pull out some paperwork. So having your paperwork organized and where it's easily accessible, Gemini or cross-watcher, this seems like this is going to be kind of important with something that you have going on. You're filing paperwork. It seems like you're filing something in court. You work with courts, possibly. You work with law enforcement, perhaps. Some of you could possibly be going to court for your children. What's going on with Gemini? You've got a court situation, Gemini, that you're sorting out. Okay. If you are going to court, it does seem like time and the timing of something is going to be important. Again, so if you're filing some paperwork, you're going to want to have that paperwork handy and accessible, because it seems like you might be searching for this paperwork. Yes, you could, if it's not court, you might be filing something with a government agency. I definitely feel like this is child support. Some of you, is there some money coming to you? I think that there is some money coming to you. And it seems like this money might be coming to you, especially if it's kind of like in limbo right now. This money might be coming to you through, it seems like you got some financial support that's coming through. Child support, alimony, like I said, government assistance. Something comes through for you, Gemini or cross-watcher. Yes, you're receiving a breakthrough for sure. You're moving. You're concerned about the sale of a home, Gemini. Something might be going on with ICE. So maybe you're concerned about ICE raids. Anyway, something's going to require you to stay patient this week. You've got a transformation coming in. It's just that it's obvious you might not see it yet. Some of you are concerned about homelessness. Your spirit guides say whatever this is that has you worried this way and so depressed and distracted, it's your financial situation. You feel like something is completely out of your grasp, or it's just out of your grasp. Your spirit guides say stop worrying. They say, Gemini, everything is going to be fine. But in your mind, it seems as though you feel like everything is up in the air. There's just no certainties. There's no guarantees. So it has you a little bit on edge. Spirit guides, show me what's going on for the Gemini nation. Maybe it looks like something might be delayed until the springtime. Okay, some of you, Geminis, you're moving. You are possibly moving. Maybe you want to move. Maybe it's your financial situation that has you in a bind. For some of you, this could be someone moving in with you. Someone could possibly, because it looks like somebody is moving. Yeah, some of you could be returning home. Or this is possibly someone moving back in with you. Because I mentioned to you this week, it looks like somebody might reach out to you. Someone has the intention of saying something to you. And it looks like they might. So this could definitely be, as I mentioned to you, somebody could be moving back in. It just feels like if somebody is, maybe you don't have the best track record with this person. When it comes to your financial situation, I did mention to you there's a breakthrough. So if you're just kind of going through it financially right now and you're not sure what's going to happen next, it seems like things do level out for you. But like I said, it seems like you're frightened. Like you're almost paranoid. that maybe something is just not going to... It seems like maybe you might need to ask for help, because it seems like your pride could be getting in the way. Someone could possibly be letting pride get in the way. Because as I mentioned to you, there's somebody that wants to tell you so many things, maybe about some things that are going on in their life. Because it seems like somebody's going through a lot. And it seems like somebody might have too much pride to really open up their mouth to say what they're going through. Maybe maybe somebody is viewing their situation as maybe embarrassing. They're a bit ashamed of their situation. Your spirit guides are saying, Gemini, they've heard you. They've heard your requests for help, for assistance in your situation. And they're saying, patience. What you're asking for is coming about. Have patience, as there are unseen factors that need to occur first. Something is going to require you to be patient before you get this breakthrough. But once this breakthrough does come in, your spirit guides are saying, expect powerful change. Let's make it clear. They're definitely telling you that you've got some transformations and big changes that are coming through, especially in the fall season. Random Gemini, you might be seeing a lot of butterflies around you. It says you are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. I feel that there are some good blessings that are coming in. This could be someone that Spirit is sending to be a blessing to you. You could possibly be blessing someone in their situation. Is what this looks like to me. Is there anything else? Spirit guides, it seems like the autumn season is going to bring a lot of different things together for you. It seems like this is going to be a better time for you over the autumn season. This seems like maybe the summertime has been kind of hectic. Once the autumn season hits, it seems like things begin to fall in order in your life. There's could be an upcoming trip that could be coming up for you, Gemini or cross watcher. Spirit guides, once again, they're saying that you could possibly be traveling, or someone could possibly be traveling to you. This seems like something good comes out of this traveling type of thing. Yes, your guys are saying prosperity lies ahead. And again, these are the things that I don't think that you see clearly about your situation. You're kind of just looking at what's immediately in front of you in the 3D, when spirit guides are saying there's so much more for you that they're preparing for you in the 5D. They just want you to stay connected and stay in faith. Because it's not about what you can see. It's about what you cannot see and what's happening in the unseen. But it seems that your spirit guides are trying to encourage you about, Gemini or cross watcher. Some of you are getting married, by the way. Maybe somebody wants to marry you. Maybe this is something that somebody wants to tell you. Maybe this is something that somebody wanted to tell you for a long time, but maybe they were too scared to. Okay? Because let's make it clear. Somebody's getting married. Someone's getting married. You're attending a wedding. You're spiritually connected to someone. Hot air balloons could definitely be relevant in your situation. Love matters. Okay, so we talked about that. You're getting to the heart of the matter when it comes to a situation. Maybe that love was something that you kind of put on the back burner. Maybe something about that is turning around and changing for you. And here we go. A breakthrough. It's here more than once. So it seems like you've been waiting for something. You've been going through something for the longest, Gemini. Something about your situation is getting ready to shift for the better. Again, it seems like your spirit guides are telling you to be patient. It seems like there's an obstacle that you're focused on, and it seems that Spirit is coming to remove this obstacle for you. There's a Scorpio that's in your energy. Who's investigating you? I mentioned to you. So you work with the law. You work with law enforcement. You could possibly be looking into something in particular. Because it looks like you're looking for answers. You're looking for signs and clues. Or this is you trying to figure out what the signs and clues are from the universe, because it looks like you might be seeing a lot of angel numbers. Holy Spirit, what is the advice for the Gemini nation for the next 7 days? Somebody passed away of cancer. Gemini. Have no fear. And on the other side, let go. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. I mentioned to you, something is not happening. Something is delayed in your situation. You're overcome by this feeling of uncertainty. Your guides are saying, no, you're fearless. Fear is an illusion. It's a trap of the ego. Fear will have you believing that you're stuck. Well, really, you're not. This is possibly limiting you from being able to see the solution, or prolonging you from being able to see the solution to what Spirit is putting right in front of you. This week, it seems like they want you to seek solitude so that you can reconnect with your inner wisdom about whatever this is whatever this goal is that you have on your mind. It seems that Spirit is giving you this information. They want you to keep working toward your life purpose. And it seems like your spirit guides are preparing you for a comeback. Something this week is going to renew your hope when you're feeling, like I said, just not the slightest bit optimistic possibly about what's going to go down. But it seems like you got a triumph that's getting ready to take place. This situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so that you can embrace the future. Something that no longer serves you. Your guides are telling you that it's time to let go of something. Whether it is someone, it's a mindset, it's a job, it's whatever. Some of you, it's a third party. Something this week is going to cause you to have to make a decision. Or for others of you, you're at the mercy of the court. You're waiting for the court to make a decision. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? Accepting divine guidance, pointing you toward your joy. You deserve it. Spirit guides are pointing you toward your joy in this situation. It just seems like it's just going to be kind of up to you to make that decision, to kind of see that that's what's going on, Gemini. Because like I said, it seems like you're letting your worries kind of get in the way this week. With that, Gemini Nation and Cross Watchers, this concludes your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. If you'd like to book a personal with me, the way to do so would be to head over to my website, which happens to be angelicascensionstarot.com. Thank you, Gemini Nation and Cross Watchers, for tuning in. Have a blessed, beautiful, and productive week, Gemini Nation. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, Gemini. Until next time.